Hey guys, I just saw a video of a woman. She was a racist lady attacking a group of Indian women and telling them that you need to go back to your country, calling them curry, saying all these racial slurs towards them, and it's amazing because here's the thing: there are women like that men are pursuing based on their attractiveness, right? There's women like that, and these guys are simping for women like that. I think a lot of guys who are simping for women like that, the reason I'm making this video is I just don't think a lot of guys are aware of the dark aspects of a lot of female nature. I think guys are very unaware of how they have a very false perspective of women. So we've been, society has somehow, a lot of society has pushed into our minds that women are these benevolent, moral, virtuous creatures, right? And we all know that's not true, right? But we tend to forget that a lot of the time. A lot of times we see a girl who's pretty, and because she looks nice, we're going to assume that she's a good person, she has good qualities, she's not racist, she's not this or that. But the truth of the matter is that, and on top of that, even when you meet her, she could talk and communicate like someone very respectable, etc. But a lot of times the real human being, that whenever you meet someone, remember you're just most of the time you're just meeting their persona that they've created. It's not the real person is usually seen through actions and behaviors, and usually people are very complex. Like when you try to understand, they don't fit into one label. People are pretty complicated. But anyways, I think it's amazing that I see videos like this of certain women. Now I'm starting to see it as I've gotten older. I've realized a lot of women are just mentally not good. I think it has to do with the fact that, I think it's less so with guys, because guys, keep in mind, guys have had to, we are, it's a male trait to cooperate. It's a male trait to be, logical, rational, etc. Most guys are not, thrown into positions in life which would, cater towards making them narcissistic. For instance, women, if they post a photo of them on social media, they get tons of compliments, etc. Guys don't really have that. So I'd say most men are more mentally healthier than women. And I also think most men are not all, obviously, there's a lot of scumbags out there, but most men are also, if we're looking at in general, numbers, most men are more conscious of what they're doing and their behavior and its effect on other people than most women are. More guys are more, for instance, if a girl walks up to me and she's unattractive and she starts hitting on me, I'm not going to be mean to her. I might be like, listen, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. But it's really nice, it's very flattering. I'd probably tell her something like that. But if an unattractive guy goes to a girl and he starts trying to talk to her sister, she'll be brutal to him a lot of the time. There's a big difference between men and women. Men will say, thank you, I appreciate it. They rarely get that compliment. They're grateful of it. Women, they will take it as a negative thing depending on the guy's appearance, which is just, in my opinion, a bad character trait. Really, but that's majority of women, right? So the vast majority. So I'm looking at these videos, and then I go outside and I notice, I see videos of guys saving up their life savings to buy a ring for a woman they're trying to marry, and they're doing all these things when this woman is could be the type of person who is thinking to herself she's one thing to realize about women is they're practical and holistic when they come to dating men, right, or forming relationships with men. They look at things holistically. So they look at when they're looking for a long-term situation, they look at financial prospects, ambition. They look at personality traits they look for empathy. They look for care. They look for status, things like that. When they're looking to just sleep with a guy, genetics are pretty much the primary thing. That's pretty much the primary thing, genetic quality. But when they're forming relationships, they do look more holistically at situations. Yeah. Oh man, forgot what I was going to say. But anyways, so what I'm saying is, since I've been noticing like guys are like devoting so much of their resources and their emotional resources, time resources, financial resources to women, and somehow they don't see that woman for who she actually is. Because if you look past the front of a lot of women and you look through it and you see who she actually is as a human being, her character, the way she thinks, the way she does things, her lack of virtue or not, you'll start noticing that a lot of women are not worth these things, and you'll be shocked at yourself for in putting so much of your heart into pursuing someone who is absolutely not worthy of it. Absolutely not worthy of it. I get it, guys. Like we're humans, we're biological creatures, and we're supposed to reproduce. But I want you guys to keep in mind, that the woman that you're speaking to may not be all that great at all. She might be the exact opposite. And meeting her in person real quick is not going to give you all the information you need. All right, that would be it. And but yeah, I'm pretty damn moved after seeing that video. I cannot believe some women have this type of behavior in them. This lady is just so racist towards this other woman, and I've noticed this. I've noticed women. There are women who are like the lady I just saw, but they hide it. They don't express these poor character traits in them. But they leak out every now and then. But anyways, that's what I want to leave you with. And yeah, it just stunned me how bad women can be. And as I've gotten older and I learn more about women, I'm just a lot more distanced. I'm a lot more selective. Like, keep in mind, I'm a guy who has had a decent dating life, right? But as I've gotten older, the allure towards women is a lot less. I look at them kind of like, I mean, biologically, there's a strong allure, right? I want to, smash. But there isn't a sort of like, for most women, there isn't like a heartfelt, like romantic thing where I'd like sacrifice a lot for this. I just don't, I think those type of women are more and more rare as time goes on, Anyways, I'm going to leave it with that. And all right, goodbye.